Hey, what's up? It's Jonathan, the sports judge. Someone asked me my thoughts about the Sacramento Kings firing Mike Brown. The Sacramento Kings fired the coach less than halfway through his third season with the team, mired in a 5-game losing streak. What do I think about it? I don't think he was the problem. That will soon show in Sacramento. I'm shocked they actually fired him. When I first learned the breaking news, all I could think when I first heard the news, I was like, no, you're kidding. They fired Mike Brown. Literally the first thing I thought when I heard about the Kings making this major organizational move, parting ways with Brown, was that this is a joke. It can't be true. Well, it unfortunately is true. Brown's dismissal was terrible. It was a terrible mistake handled poorly. This was the wrong way to go about it. And the way they did him, you mean to tell me they let this man run a full practice, make the rounds, have conversations with his coaches and players, fulfill his media obligations, including a one-on-one with De'Aaron Fox? He's in his car going to the airport to fly to LA, and they call him on the phone to tell him he's fired? So essentially, Mike Brown got fired for making a point to hold Fox accountable for his stupid foul. And you know, a frustrated Mike Brown was critical of his team, which is to be expected given the nature of that loss and the frustrations of the team boiling over. But to fire him, I think the firing was unjust, and the way that the organization executed it was absolutely cowardly. That's not how you treat people. It was a cowardly thing to do, and what nobody knew is that General Manager Monte McNair and his front office were behind the scenes preparing for change. Brown's sudden departure, I wonder what went wrong for this team to rush this decision. Something tells me there's more to this story, and it's going to come out soon. No organization just fires a coach for holding his star to a higher standard and wanting to make a winning basketball decision. Firing Mike Brown after a press conference, after practice, on his way to a flight for a road trip is a new low. Former Kings coach, now Nuggets coach Mike Malone voiced his frustrations with the Kings' judgment. The way this was handled is more of a reflection of the organization than Mike Brown. I thought Mike Brown was good for the Kings. He preached accountability and togetherness on all levels of the organization. Less than a year later, he ended the longest playoff drought in NBA history. The culture and environment he created, credit goes to him for building a winning culture and for making it fun to be a fan of the Kings. I just think you're making a huge mistake to fire someone who brought instant success to an organization that hasn't had much of any over the years, and he's fired at the first sign of struggle? After back-to-back seasons of winning 48 and 46 games respectively, he was named NBA Coach of the Year. He's a nice guy, a class act. And this is the way you treat him? You know, he helped build something special in Sacramento. He brought a new energy to that team. And this is the way you handle it? This is the way you treat this man? You fire him? Really? I did not see this one coming. And I don't think he should be out of a job. I really don't. I think this is a terrible move by the Sacramento Kings.